Hey, Miss Lady T. Just laughing. I'm trying to turn it down, just like you can still hear it. Confirmation. Anyway, a little weird story. It's not weird, but I think I averted something. Man, these people, some people that are practicing in magic that they should have no business in doing, the darker side or whatever. I know there's like unaliving spells and stuff. They've been trying for so long. It's just like it's a norm for me, and that's sad that I have to watch and look and not paranoid, just alert. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so crazy little story. My one cat. That I think the last video I posted, I talked about coming home and there was, cat puke everywhere and I had to clean it up and you just got to go on and do it. Well, she hadn't ate dry food since, and that's been almost a week. I feed him wet food twice a day and had to get her nurse back to health because she got really skinny really quick, and I was just like, damn, I'm going to have to, go to the vet. It didn't take long, but she was still eating, still going to the bathroom, still drinking water. So I just let her rest and prayed for her, even, and cried a little bit at work even one night thinking about it. And I'm just like, help my cat, help her, Lord, just, And I got to looking around the house to seeing if there's anything I've took from other people's, my mom, since we've been moving a little bit stuff out of her house and stuff. There was a piece of carpet I brought in as a runner in my hallway or whatever. It's gone now. And there was a plant I had, and I had it 2 or 3 months. It was a gift for when my sister passed. And I noticed I'd been really tired. I mean, really tired the last month. Just all I could do was work and sleep. Anyway, back to the cat thing. I started thinking, I'm like, trying to nurse her back to health. Just making sure she's drinking, eating, standing, watching over so the other cats would eat her food when I feed them wet food and stuff. And slowly she started getting better. But I got to looking around the house. Anything that could help. I quit eating fast food for a week. Confirmation. Anything I could do to help, anything good to the good was going to help her. As much as I pray, and it was just like a pray aid. Do more good stuff when you're praying, and it manifests quicker. Anyway, I have full faith and inner peace that I know she was going to get better. A couple times I would think about her not getting better, and I'd get upset. Just praying till she got better. Well, when she got better that next day, I threw the carpet out, threw the plant out, and I started being more awake. She started getting up, getting better. She started playing around, started coming out in the living room. Confirmation. Confirmation. Can't make this stuff up. And it was like bad energy. I'm not saying anything bad about where I got the flower or the plant from or where I got the rug from. Just bad energy. Got rid of those things. And there's some things like you can't get rid of it. Like I've had my couches for, a while, and the table was a garage, so, that kind of thing. When your abundance comes in and stuff, you can replace these things as you go. And there was a sound over here. But she started getting better, and I looked outside, and it looked like a gray and white, something up against the tree, but it was kind of sunset when I noticed it. So I couldn't tell what it was. Kind of looked like a squirrel, but it wasn't moving. It was just kind of sitting there. Well, the next day, I came outside, smoked a cigarette on the porch, looked out, and I seen a belly in the air in gray, and there's flies and whatnot around it. This squirrel had passed or whatever. And I'm just like, oh, poor squirrel. I didn't cry or nothing because I know it's nature. That stuff happens. But I think that was a death spell averted. Um, I hadn't felt well the last few days. Just starting to get back on my feet. Um, Last night, yesterday, today, feeling pretty good today. Went out and done some running stuff I don't normally do on a work night. I crash, I eat, I crash again, and go to sleep, and then I go to work. Feed my cats, clean up, that kind of thing. But I'm just like, I feel like that was somebody's messing with some crap, and they just, they don't like the good that you're doing, and that sucks. That a lot of people don't like you doing good, and it's just like, it's good. I mean, I wouldn't more people like wouldn't like it if you're doing bad. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, but yeah, she's doing really good now, running around and playing and scratching posts and jumping around. She slept on me, took a nap with me this morning. So, feeling feisty. She don't put up with this crap. Be good. See? She's got her. Yeah. And people must be fighting about this because they don't want you to talk about it. They don't want to expose this spell work and stuff. And still a witness to people sitting across the street and it's spell work and they're fighting. They don't like this. Not the cats, but they do that on occasion. I mean, I have 4, so sometimes they usually stay away from each other, just whatever. But anyway, Miss Lady T, I wanted to share that story, but just to say, prayer works. And the more good you do, the more you pray about stuff, the more things that come to fruition and you manifest. But I just wanted to share that. It was kind of like a little triumph story, and, she's feeling better. I got sick for a minute, and now I'm feeling better. Went out and got supplies for my work, for my hands and stuff for my shoes. Just I'm investing. I got to bring in income, and I know this won't be my job forever, but until I get that dream job or whatever, which it'll come, and I'm praying about that. I pray about that every day too. So just keep doing good and keep praying about things and be thankful. Be thankful every day. Please be thankful. Be thankful you woke up. Be thankful you got a good sleep. Be thankful for your job. Just everything. But Miss Lady, like, share, subscribe.